The following presentation does not represent Australian opinion or intellect. We do not speak for any religious order or ethnic minority. We are not political scientists or uni graduates. We're insignificant upper-lower class scum, comparing notes and airing grievances. It's just our opinion. Deal with it.
No way that GST will ever be part of our policy.
Never, ever.
Never, ever. It's dead.
If they don't like it, go back to where they're from.
It is a big idea.
No, we don't need them.
A new world order. By 1990, no Australian child will be living in poverty.
Dude, I haven't tasted that in fucking years. Like homemade shit, man. Dude, that is good. Is it? Fucking, it's nice.
I don't trust his cutting skills though.
Well, he's using a Stanley knife.
I could get it a bit, but...
Relax, man.
Best flavours are when you can get it as thin as possible.
Why is that?
There's more flavour in it. It gets caught in.
Dude, that needs to be literally the way I'm sitting now.
Well, I'm kind of slicing stuff here at the moment.
Alright, well, close the deli and...
Eat some of that, man.
I can't even get access to that shit there.
Look at that dude. Look at that,
I'm staring at it like a dog behind the gate. Like, really, man?
Oh, you chose to sit on that side.
Alright, you can come and man the helm. Is it man the helm or... Yeah, man the helm.
Man the fort.
Wait, what is a helm? When you say...
It's a helm.
You know what? I haven't looked anything up in ages. Let me look it up.
No, I'm serious. When you say man the helm, take the helm...
Yeah.
What's the actual literal meaning of helm? I know what the...
It's got to do with boats, doesn't it?
I don't know.
A helm is a helmet.
Take the helm of salvation. Definition of take the helm. To steer a boat or ship. A ship's captain took the helm.
Oh, why the helm? Is that what the wheel's called, the helm?
That's what I'm asking. Is the helm the actual wheel?
Wait, what is a helm? Yeah, it is. It's the actual wheel that steers the ship or boat.
So take the helm. How much are you slicing up?
All of it.
Calm down, man. We're not even going to get through the first part.
We're getting porky tonight, buddy boy.
You know what's funny is...
Hey, now speak for yourself. I've been here all day.
I've had Jack all to eat, man. I had a bit of rice and a... I don't even think I had anything. A milkshake.
Design off all the good
Welcome back, you cunts. I haven't fucking seen you guys.
Dude, we did. We'll try and answer that question before with John. What was the last one we did with Aurora?
Pretty sure it was like November.
It was after I got back from Bali, and I got back from Bali the first week. So, hang on, I'll tell you now. That one was... We talked about... Hang on. Bali Belly. Yeah, episode 96. Bali Belly. November 21st. So
no, that was the last one that we all collaborated.
Well, that was with Aurora.
Yeah.
So November 21st. What are we in? 8th today. Yeah. So a month.
2.5 months. Oh no.
7 weeks or something.
Yeah.
And that was the last one since Aurora. The last one with him was we were talking about Khabib. That was just after the McGregor fight.
Was that the end of October?
That was October 11th. Fuck. 2 months. No, 3. No, 2 months.
They cut through that like butter.
Look at that, mate.
Freaking out.
Hey, my blades, mate.
Alright, so what is he actually...
Well, they took airplanes over with these.
Yeah, man. What? Dude, everyone underestimates a Stanley knife.
They're Stanley knives, man.
Yeah,
we only call them Stanley knives here. They're like everywhere else, they call them X-Acto knives or whatever. Precision knives.
You know what?
Look at the precision on
People really underestimate them, what kind of damage they can do.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I slash my hands up at work with them all the time.
Yeah.
I use one to cut like pallets and shit open. And you know the corners... Oh, what's it called? You know the packing corners? They're like big, long meter, like sticks.
Yeah.
Just folded cardboard.
Yeah.
I have a fresh Stanley knife. I hack into it to cut the pallets up.
What?
It just goes straight through it, man. It's brutal. Like 2-3 clicks and you're gone.
If you get someone in the neck...
Oh, you want to keep a pristine...
He's got the serving platter.
But you want to use
the paddle.
It's up to you.
Well, we've got to take a photo of this as well.
Yeah,
just to show
take a photo.
To show people
Do you want me to present it, or do you want me to just throw it all on there?
Just put it on the... Alright, so what have you actually got?
I'm taking a little video, a little snapshot of...
everyone welcome back. We haven't done one in ages. And John has brought a smorgasbord of shit. What have you got, Malaka?
We have homemade bread.
Yes. Okay.
Which was done the end of last week. Yes. We have salami from 2018.
Very nice.
Very good vintage, it is.
Great cut.
Yes.
It's a great cut.
And we've got some brashole that were made 2 days ago.
Brashole.
Which is... We've got some red wine here too from last year. But we've got to find some glasses. I don't know if anyone's going to drink
tonight. Aurora's glass. Get rid of that.
Moonshine. Johnny, anyone you would like to thank for this gracious meal? your mum, your dad, anyone that made it, or did you make it with your own
Yes,
blood,
no,
sweat, and tears?
I made it all myself.
Yeah, sure he did.
All of it.
Fuck off. Where are you going?
I'm an apprentice in all these
dude.
arts.
Well, dude,
This guy.
yeah, back in the what ages were all the like famous painters and stuff? Like, yeah, the
Renaissance.
The Renaissance era. When was that?
1500s, I think, 1600s.
Yeah, you always had the masters and the apprentices.
Yeah.
How long did it take for an apprentice to become a master?
Probably a lifetime.
All right, do we turn that off? Is that too loud?
Oh, yeah,
I don't know.
shit.
Does
What
it
about
affect,
it?
does it
Yeah,
affect
it
the thing?
affects it, but
It's until the master died, yeah, and he'd become the master.
Probably.
no, you're telling me that
But the lifespan back then wasn't that long.
Yeah.
Wait a second, you're telling me an apprentice didn't become a master until his master died?
Just shank him.
I'm probably until
That lasted for
there was lots of murders, stabbings in the back in the 1500s.
Hang on, man. The Renaissance was before industrial. What's it called? Can I have some of this, by the way? You're.
They're all gone.
I'm serious. Hang on, no. Don't move because you'll drop it. Wait.
No, it's all good.
Hang on.
There's a handle. It won't go anywhere.
Fuck the handle. Just give me that.
Take it. The whole point is to just pass around.
That's it. I'm not. Try not to talk while I'm. Eat while I'm talking.
Well, there's all this bountiful salami.
No, wait a second. Hang on. The Renaissance was before chemical warfare.
Yeah, it's like 1560s. It's
Yeah.
50, I think it's definitely like 1500s to about 1700s.
Okay, but
1600s maybe.
You're telling me people had short life expectancies then just because?
I think that's also just a matter of people talking it up that people lived for 20 years and then they died.
All right, do me a favour.
There's history of like, I don't know who, but like I've read in books where...
I'm sure it's like mad, by the way.
Yeah, it's the best.
Mad.
Yeah.
This would be nice with spring
It's a
onion.
calabrese recipe.
This would be nice with spring onion or with leek.
No. Then it's not a brashola.
Yeah, all right. Then it's my concoction or whatever the hell it is
Yes.
I make. And
Just give these a quick wash for you. Like, they're clean, but I just gave them a quick rinse.
Yeah, no
Someone's been up here for about 15 weeks.
how do you make this? Literally just cram it in a...
Yeah, pretty
bowl.
much your flour, potato, you mash the potato. There's a specific potato you got to use as well. But I
So
can't remember
it's like
which one it is.
damper without...
Yeah, kind of.
Okay,
That's what pass the brashola over.
wait a second. You want to fact check something? Look up how long did Leonardo da Vinci live for. All right? Because I'm pretty sure in that period, man, the people that were at the top of the food chain, they had long lives. It was everyone below them.
Oh, well, that's the thing as well. You got to take into consideration, like poor people don't have high life expectancy. You look at Africa now. Is it? What country is it? Is it Ivory Coast? The life expectancy, like the expectancy there is like 25.
Was it Ivory Coast or
Ivory
or
Coast?
Angola or something?
What's the one that's got all the pirates?
Senegal.
Somalia.
Yeah.
Somalia. I think it's Somalia actually. Somalia is like life expectancy.
Da Vinci died at 67.
Really?
But he had a privileged life because of what he did.
Isn't
Yeah,
it?
a lot of high
Look
power
up
people.
Raphael or someone, or Michelangelo, or anyone else that would have been in that scheme. Because I'm telling you, like Mozart and all them, unless they had like, syphilis or TB or something, they lasted. They didn't just buzz out. It was the peasants and the poor people, the paupers and the...
Tell you what, Michelangelo lived, man. 88.
There you go. And when was that? When did he die?
In 1564.
Okay, so it's right in the period that we're talking about. This guy's pouring the wine. What wine is this, by the way?
This is a vintage 2018 Chateau Lavue. It's Shiraz. It's Shiraz mixed with a white, but I don't know which one it is.
Such a chump. Seriously?
Cheers.
Yeah, how about you pour me one?
Oh, I can't reach over.
Raphael died at 37.
What did he die of?
Let's have a look.
Are we just going through the turtles? Do we look up Donatello as well?
I don't know how much you want, man. I won't give you too much.
I've got nothing to... I've been up friggin' 4:45.
And if this is all you're going to eat as well,
I'm giving the sniff.
the bouquet. It's come up good this year, the old man.
I don't exactly know what he died from.
It's very soft.
Acute
It's subtle.
illness.
I'll tell you what, dude.
It's all right, huh?
Subtle blend of nectar and wildflowers with a hint of a woody aroma of, some fucking wood.
Hickory.
Hickory.
That's actually really nice.
Donatello died at 80.
Really?
But Raphael copped the rough end of the stick, man.
What did he die of?
This is acute illness. Didn't it actually specify.
Okay,
He had it for 15 days and just died.
Something malaria or something.
It was something real where...
It's malaria that takes you out in like 15 days, isn't it?
In those days, it wouldn't have been malaria. It would have been like tuberculosis,
TB or
cholera or something. Yeah.
When did he die?
I'm past him now.
Mind you, it could have just been a...
Yeah, Rembrandt died at 69.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
People
you're right.
live
They didn't
to
have-
70 now, and it's like, oh, well, good effort.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. What's the life expectancy now? Is it 70 or 80?
You know, dude, there's a guy at work.
Are you talking about Donatello when he died? Or
No, I was just trying to get a gist of how old. Then that's what I'm saying. All these guys were artisans living the high life. You've just named 4 artists. 3 of them lived into their 80s.
Oh, yeah, Raphael died in 1520.
Okay, so they're all in the same period.
Same
They're
kind
like
of area, yeah.
1400s, yeah.
Man, there's a guy at work. He's a truckie. Yeah, he does. He brings in shit in the morning, right, dude? Today I spoke to him. He's an older bloke. He's pretty. He's loving it. Huh? He's sprightly. Like he still talks. Like he's a bit slowish, but he's still pretty quick. He's 94. Still driving a truck, and he's retiring on. Thanks, sir.
He's going to get nothing until...
No, dude.
Just have him watch all
if
night.
anything, we'll gorge on it later on.
Get him smashed.
Dude, he's 94 and he's retiring on Saturday.
94?
Yeah, he asked me.
And he works where you work.
He's one of the drivers. He's not. He's a driver.
Freaking hell.
Yeah.
Well, that's a fair effort.
He drives like a medium rigid. So not like a semi, but like a 3-tonner.
I think he's 94.
5-tonner.
Do you reckon he worked because he wanted to or he had to?
That's what he said. I asked him, I said, how long have you been doing this? And he's like, 65 years, man. He's been a truckie.
So that's a marriage.
Dude, 60,
That's longer than a marriage.
dude,
Some people don't even live that long.
men will finish him off for themselves off before that. Dude, he's 94. He's turning 94 in like a month or 2, but he's retiring on Saturday. He asked me if I was going to be like at work till Saturday. I go, yeah. I go, tomorrow's my day off, but I'll be here on Saturday regardless.
That's a good fucking...
Dude,
he must be as tough as nails, dude.
And he's still driving a truck, man. A fully loaded truck with like 20 pallets on the back.
He must be tough as nails, mate, that guy.
And you know what I thought? You know what the sad part was? When I walked away, like I checked his truck, shook his hand, said, all right, I'll definitely see you before Saturday. I walked away. You know what I thought? This guy had job security for 65 years.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? 65 years this guy had a job, man. Doing what he liked.
That's what I like.
What a life.
Was it you that I had mentioned it too about with the casual work?
What about it?
Like, there's like that sense of no job security.
Yeah.
Because, like, you don't have, like, I mean, as a casual, you get some sort of long service if it's longer than 8 years.
After 6 years, then it's pro rata for till 10. You get basically a week's wage for every year that you're there.
Yeah, man, his long service leave would have killed it.
Yeah.
When we were in America, in Hawaii, like, it was common to see older people working in the restaurants, cafes, as waiters.
Yeah.
You would have seen it. And, like, that's...
IHOP, man.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Dude, there was like a lady there, I swear, she was about 75. Lovely as.
Yeah.
But she was like getting
And
on.
that's like like I wouldn't think that they'd be working because they want to.
Have to.
They probably have to. So like now you're seeing a lot more of the casual work coming here. Like it's people are only hiring casuals.
He said he
so
retired.
is that going to create?
He said he retired
a problem?
when he was like 65 or whatever, but then he went back to work. He lasted like a year or something.
Would have got knocked up. You know,
He just like said, "Nah, I got to go back to work." Like he was bored or
and he
whatever.
worked another 30 years.
Another 30 years.
Our plumber's like 80 something. Just right up still.
Gianfranco.
Actually, is it
What
wild?
his name is? Huh?
Is he wild?
No, he's Aussie.
Jeff.
Okay.
Jono.
Because we talked about it.
Jono.
We talked about it like a year ago, man. We're talking about how all the wogs keep hiring the old
Yeah.
wogs to come and fix their shit.
And they ruin it.
everything.
It just keeps breaking.
Yeah. What was I saying? The painters, man. Yeah, the life expectancies of those artists, short of Raphael, who copped it. He was buried. Where was he buried? At the
Yeah.
It's in Rome. I've seen it.
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
I went and saw it. It looks like the Acropolis. I cracked it when I saw it. I remember you told me when I was over there. You're like, you're gonna love the Pantheon and you're gonna love this. I'm like, these are all Greek temples, man.
I love how put Raphael comes up with like a
turtle.
soccer player.
Who's the soccer player?
Some guy named Raphael Brazilian. Like, you fucking guys serious?
Are you serious? Do you know why? That's because you search sports on your phone all the time.
Yeah, true.
So it automatically
And it would have come up with that.
If I searched it, it'd probably bring up either the painter or the turtle.
Poor dude, man. 37.
Yeah.
Look at our age.
Yeah.
You want to hear something? Finish your story and then I'll
It's not a story.
No, just about the Sistine
I
Chapel.
was just
You're
saying.
talking about those guys.
I was just saying how their life expectancies, if you were an artisan, they were pretty good unless you cop some illness you got from your second cousin that you married, you know, because you were trying to keep it in the family. That's still fucked up. But I was just saying, the whole point of this thing was, when does apprentice actually take over the master? You're saying it's when he carks it.
No, I was just joking. I reckon it depends, I guess, when the relationship started. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but would the apprentice become a master?
Are we talking about back then?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they had to do something like their own
jobs.
I was along the lines of like some sort of work that then the master.
Of course. So he'd commission a piece or something.
Michelle, you have been here for quite some time.
But did they have apprentices?
Please come in.
Did they have apprentices?
Absolutely, they did.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, of course they had
Back then,
apprentices.
you think they had apprentices?
Yeah, but that was the whole point.
It was more just like Aristotle having his people like learn off him, shit like that. Like,
Yeah, but I brought it up ages ago about El Greco, the Greek painter from Crete that went to Italy to become like an apprentice in like a high because they had the workshops where the known master was in.
So it would send potential.
And he'd take on apprentices. But when did the apprentice actually succeed the master?
I don't have a clue.
Did he set off and start his own workshop?
I don't think there was a TAFE back then for them to go to.
Homesland.
Funding. ScoMo just wipes it off the cards anyway. Yeah, sorry, Mick. Pick up the back. Bring your own paintbrushes next time, eh? Shit. Imagine these scholars walking around, but you got the bogan Aussies still running the show.
Right, guys, this is what we're doing today.
It's like a bust. They're working on a bust. They're just looking at it like, yeah, nah, pub, we're done.
Take it a couple of brewskis.
No, honestly, I actually want to know that because I know.
I don't know if something like that would be available. Like, is it something like that?
I honestly reckon.
Specific.
I reckon it's when the master actually says, "Okay, you're ready." Just like a thing, like, "Okay, I think you're ready now."
And probably until like the master like would, in a sense, you know how like they delegate. Yep. Like at the start, it's probably always the master doing the work, and the apprentice like kind of touches up, just like tends to what they need.
I'm sorry, man. Can you imagine like being an apprentice in the same shop that Michelangelo was in, or Raphael or Leonardo or any of these people? Like seriously, like you got Michelangelo, like the teacher's pet, who's like just getting given all the work. Like, yeah, mate, you're going to work on the fingers and the eyes of this statue, and poor old Jeff. It's like, mate, listen, just polish off the genitals with a rag.
Yeah, maybe run the crack.
Sweep, and then run sweep at the back.
Yeah.
You want to kill him.
It's very sitting there going, fucking Leonardo. Dumbass.
One dude rolling a smoke, going up and down in the back.
Who does he think he is?
Actually, here's a question. These apprentices, they were given obviously a place to stay, yeah? Like within the quarters.
It wouldn't be a paid thing.
No, probably in a stable.
All they would earn would be enough to live there.
Yeah, but we're also thinking that artists were like rich. They weren't rich.
What do you mean? But
artists weren't rich,
man. Like what? The Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have been like well-off people. Artists have never been well-off people.
No, artists now because they're not respected.
No, but back then,
artists then were revered. If you were dude, they would
have been comfortable.
Dude, they
would have been okay.
They'd call some dude from Italy to go to like Spain or like Poland or something to paint like the royal
You've been
family.
called for.
Yeah, literally. They would send a royal commission to come and grab him.
What does he want now?
I wonder if we could look up like their annual income.
Dude,
because what do you call it? The thing we do every year?
What thing?
Or every couple of years? What's it called?
Say Renaissance painters, yeah.
The thing where you have to write in and send into the census. The census.
We do it every year, don't we?
Do we do it every year?
Every 3 years.
Or is it every couple of years?
Actually, I don't remember doing it.
I don't think I've ever done it.
I've only done it once since I've been at Noble Park, so...
I think it's every 2 or 3 years, because we did it maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They started that in like ancient Rome, so it definitely went on into the Middle Ages.
The census started in ancient Rome?
Yeah.
What, just taking population numbers?
You're not the only one that's had this question.
What do you mean?
What kind of lifestyle could he afford? This is about Michelangelo. What kind of lifestyle could he afford? We know him as a great artist.
It's a Bugatti.
He's rocking up
expensive
in the most expensive horse carriage out there.
Man. Just bling wheels. Some exotic woman like in the back from like China. Like, where is this guy, man? Dude.
You know, like MTV Cribs? Yeah. They're doing it with the
Michelangelo's Cribs.
It doesn't really say... Okay, so if they're saying if it was today, what he should charge, like the value, it'd be the bronze statue would be $140,000 US.
Okay.
The Sistine Chapel would be like just under $500,000.
How long did it take for him to paint the Sistine Chapel?
Few years.
Like a few
It was
years,
a few
yeah?
years.
So he came back and then started
15
again.
years, I think it was.
Like he
10
fucked
to
it up
15
and then
years.
started
And that's
again.
$500,000. So you kind
As in
of
today's money?
Today's money.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's a good salary? Like, let's say an average salary is like 60K, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say, roughly, like a good, decent salary, 60K. And you got paid half a mil over 15 years. Breaks it down to what? You know, I mean, it is what it is.
But they're saying here that
The paint.
the 2,000 ducats, is that was that like is valued at 52,000 by historians, which makes $1,000 US. The Pope Julius tomb,
Thanks.
1.4 million US.
What?
1.4 million US.
What, statue?
Pope Julius tomb.
Oh, tomb.
Yeah. So he wasn't poor.
Blue collar.
But who would have been
It says-
richer than him?
So it says since he was famous
The
and
people in charge
respected
of the
artist.
cities.
Yeah, other than nobles,
Yeah.
as in nobles and politicians,
Merchants.
senators and stuff.
Merchants.
You reckon merchants had more money than?
That's like that time there, like age of discovery, Renaissance, everything. Like
Yeah, trade, silk,
trade,
silk,
silks,
spices.
explorers, merchants, especially the merchants, especially like in Venice, like that's where they were like full. That was like a, what do you call it, mercantile? Is that how you say it?
Mercantile.
Yeah, something like that. It was just like fleets of boats. They were just for making money.
It says here for the Sistine Chapel, he was paid 3,000 ducats. Is that like a whatever?
like that, yeah.
I don't know.
Which equates to $78,000. They're saying that he was one of the more pricier painters. So he would.
Bring
Speaks
Bob
for
to
it.
just cover the back end of the toilets.
My work speaks for itself.
But they're saying another article saying that he refused to get paid for the
Why with the Basilica? Why?
don't know.
Because
But he
it
was
was for the
he was the
church,
rock
maybe?
star of.
Yeah.
He was the pimp.
Michelangelo was the pimp.
I can't remember if it was with him or if
He's
it was
hustling, man.
I can't remember if it was with Michelangelo. One of them. Like you got all the paintings in the Sistine Chapel, in some of the museums. A lot of those painters, they weren't allowed to sign their work
Why?
because they weren't allowed to. So to get around it, they only figured it out later after the work was finished. They would paint themselves into the pictures.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Well,
it's just-
they do a copy of them first, and then they paint over it. So
Yeah,
they
yeah,
get X-rayed or whatever in the future.
Which is just gold, I think.
Yeah, man, it's a troll. It's the ultimate troll.
And they just seem stupid.
What are you going to say about the sister?
That was that, yeah.
Nah, it's crazy, man.
And Da Vinci, in a 10-month period, he was paid 240 scudi, and 200 florins from the king.
How many times did they change the currency, man? If they're all in
They
the
get
same
different
period.
states.
Yeah, each because
state.
it wasn't a country; it was
Oh, yeah,
all
true.
states.
The Italian gold Scott at the time was 3.42 grams of gold, and the other one was 3.5 grams. As of today's gold price, so in 10 months, in today's money, he would have made just under $73,000.
The painting.
Yeah, so it's not bad, but he was on it like 24/7. Like if the king thought you were slacking off, he'd shoot you in the neck. He'd fuck you up.
I think they actually threatened to kill him if he didn't finish the Sistine Chapel in time. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Da Vinci.
Yeah,
Probably.
Who painted the Sistine Chapel? Now I'm confused.
I don't know. I'm lost too.
Wait a second.
I should know this.
Da Vinci was the sister.
Michelangelo painted the Sistine Chapel.
Michelangelo, sorry.
Confusing the shit out of me.
Ah,
Da Vinci was the other guy.
It's the wine. Dude, this is strong shit, man.
Ah,
What do you mean, nah? All I've had today is like rice and some yogurt
that's
and a
why.
sanger. Yeah, I'm serious, yeah. That's gone straight to my head. It's freaking nice though, man. You got any more bottles of that at home?
I've got a garage full of it.
Yeah.
I told
in
you.
his garage getting ripped.
I'm taking a bottle of this shit. I reckon
Take it.
it'd be good with like a lamb. Like a,
Be good
Yeah,
at
for
work.
sure.
Just getting.
Yeah.
So Da Vinci did obviously Mona Lisa, The Last Supper.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Michelangelo did the chapel.
There you go. That's what it was.
Yeah. Actually, there's a question. Who do you reckon was better off? The artists or the composers? Like,
Artists, probably the artists.
You reckon Bach or Beethoven made more money than Leonardo?
Let's find out.
No, I'm serious. Well,
Yeah, I don't
are they
know.
the same eras? I don't even, like,
Nah, Beethoven, I think, is like 16, 17.
later, yeah. Beethoven's later. Chopin, Like, I'm just trying to name
The other guy.
The other guy.
Yeah, Beethoven was born in 1770.
Yeah.
All right, when was Mozart born? I used to know some of this stuff, man. I went through a period where I was just obsessed with, like, reading about...
Wolfgang.
Do you know why?
1756 he was born. And died in 91.
Beethoven. Okay.
No,
Mozart. I became fixated on this sort of stuff, man. Mostly just about the way of life. I wanted to try and understand what it was like to be a composer.
Yeah.
You think about it. You got, Amadeus back then you got Kanye West now. Right? Because all these artists had scandals of their own, but do you reckon it would have ever been like, what's it called, TMZ-worthy scandals?
Could you imagine?
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Could you imagine those composers in today's day and age? How would it work? Like,
Yeah, they'd be the Snoop Dogg's of the
the pimp
bow wow.
with a cello.
Bow to the wow.
Yeah, man. No, I'm serious. Like, it's strange because that's if Michelangelo was the rock star of his day, can you name a famous painter now? I can't. As in today's
In
day.
today's painting, nah.
The
I'm
local
serious.
hobo that lives in St Kilda.
I'm dead set. Can you
I
name a
wouldn't.
famous painter?
Nah.
Why? Are they not revered, or do their works just get sold like under
Because
the table?
it's current day, I think. You're like isn't the point of as an artist when you die your work becomes valuable?
Yeah, but their work was valuable even then when they made it. You understand what I'm
that's
saying?
true. Yeah.
Like now we're paying. Actually, there's the irony. Now we're paying Kanye West to rip off like a Beatles track from the '70s, flip it around, jugging it up,
I don't know any of
and then
these
just
people.
add what's his name, Lil Pump over there, just singing Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
Gucci
You know what I mean? That's how they. No, it's the flip, man. I'm being dead set serious.
I don't know.
I have no idea who these people are.
Like, did
Are these composers?
Painters. Just in general, I just put up painters.
so if the painters were from the 13th, would you say 13th century, 14th?
Yeah, 14th.
14th and 15th, were there any big composers from the 13th and 14th centuries that were making rockstar money
not.
as well?
That's probably when they still had the music. There was that funny piano that sounded really, really
Funny piano.
high notes.
You're talking about the ragtime. The ragtime was later.
No, the actual piano. It was like an accordion almost instead of an actual piano.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the composers were creepy looking fuckers, man. Back in the day. Yeah, it was more like
Creepy
William Dufay and Gilles.
Creepy looking fuckers.
Look at them.
They look like the death portraits, man.
Yeah, man. And they all look the same. Like, they're all like... And they didn't have long lives. Composers. Yeah, because like your music sucks. Off with his head. Because they'd get commissioned to write like
Yeah,
a
because
piece.
but they were flown, not flown, yeah, first
Catapulted.
class. Yeah. What's it called? Air Flight 666, Iron Maiden, Bruce Dickinson flying them in. No. I know that composers, like, there's a fact. I know that composers of the day would be bussed and shipped all over the world to play concertos in front of like royalty and noblemen. You know, like yeah, Trump would throw like $1 million. Say, here, dickhead, dance, and bring him in to sing and play the piano or whatever. You know what I mean? And it would be like get different reviews at different shows. I know that the famous artists of the day, the painters, did the same shit. Noblemen and royalty would bring him down to commission portraits. Yeah, but that's interesting, man, because now we don't know shit about current artists. I don't.
Dude, I wouldn't know about painters. I wouldn't know about like the last real painter that I know of that was great is probably Salvador Dali.
Yeah.
As in that comes to my head straight away.
Dali.
Yeah.
50s, 40s, 60s.
That's the only ones that actually come to my head. Dali's got some trippy shit. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, but like now
I wouldn't have
you
a clue.
can't name anyone.
Nah.
There could be Joe Blow that lives next door and you wouldn't even have a clue.
But like not even as in the media doesn't cover it to say this is a prodigy of art.
Nah, because that's not what they're interested in.
Nah, but-
like what we always talk
We're all
about.
TMZ now.
It's about yeah, exactly. It's more about the dumbing down of everybody. Just it's not about culture and
But
sophistication.
every time
it's about
Kanye West discovers like a new rapper who's absolute garbage, the media blows it up. Why do you reckon that is? Why do you reckon painters and shit aren't appreciated? I asked.
That's probably why.
I asked when we were in high school. Yeah, a music teacher.
Shout out to Big Lizardy, man.
Do you reckon he still got that ponytail?
Guaranteed.
No, he cut it. He had that Ned Flanders hairstyle.
Dude, I reckon
Oh,
he got
he did too.
Dude, I reckon he got divorced. Right? And he grew up back and just rocked out, man.
Grew the hair back just 'cause of the divorce.
Out of spite. Yeah. She made him cut it.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah,
I remember he rocked up to school one day. He had the Nick Flanders hair.
Yeah. Driving his yellow XE or XD.
Used to call him the wedding singer as well. 'Cause he had that little mo. But I remember I asked, we were in like 7 or 8, man, like, or whenever I was taking music in his class, and I asked him, I go, are there any modern day composers the way like, Wolfgang and all them? He's like, they are, but you'd find them in Northern Europe, and it's all...
A couple of Asian ones too.
Yeah, the Chinese, man, the cellists and the violinists and stuff.
Oh, you got like Andrea Rio, whatever his name is.
Would you put him in that category,
He's a composer.
Yeah, he's a composer.
I don't know if he does anything original.
Dude, so's Brian...
well, he's famous enough, though.
But so's Brian Tyler, what's his name? You know, the guy that composed Army of Two, the soundtrack, remember? Dude, the guy that composed, do you remember, we watched Bangkok Dangerous? Yeah. And I was losing it over the music, and I'm like, this is my favourite guy, one of my favourite composers.
Well, what's his name? Is it John Williamson? Is that his name?
Yeah, he's a composer.
He's the one that did the music for Star Wars, Home Alone. He's famous. He's a composer.
The guy that did,
but probably not along the lines
Gladiator.
Of...
Hans Zimmer.
Doing his own little concerts.
Hans Zimmer's got some cool shit.
Yeah, Hans Zimmer did Gladiator and did all the other ones.
But probably...
Are they seen in the same light?
Well, probably, but it's just not held up.
Because it's in this day and age. It's not in that day and age. Like, it's different... Because it's different ages, you can't really compare. Like, how would... I mean, if this guy, Zimmer, if he was like...
Hans Zimmer.
Zimmer. If he was in the 1500s, who's to say that if he composed then, he wouldn't be a super... You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, true.
That kind of thing.
Well, you know what, man? In today's day and age, you find a craft that's going to make you money.
Well, that's all about the dollar bills, y'all.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's all
you need to eat, and you don't want to be wearing a yellow vest and being in a casual line.
I gotta get that paper, man.
It's like, rather than compose concertos for no one, let's just...
Hans Zimmer's got some cool stuff, though.
No,
he's very talented.
Yeah, dude, Gladiator was a 6 soundtrack.
Yeah.
He's done a few like joint ones. But I remember that the Brian Tyler, I think his name is. He did Bangkok Dangerous.
Yeah.
And he did the Army of Two video game. Had that menu music that was like really epic.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know this music, and I remember like losing my mind over it.
American composer. Yeah, you're right.
Speaking of composers, do you see what happened with R.Kelly?
Oh, yeah, that was in the news, wasn't it? Like they're getting is it a doco or whatever? They're putting together
Surviving R.Kelly.
Yeah.
It's come out.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, it's blowing up. Everyone's turning on R.Kelly.
That's awesome.
Not like bad. Like bad. They're like,
well, how many minors were there?
I don't know how many minors.
A page dedicated to slandering R. Kelly's accusers has been removed by Facebook.
Yeah.
Slandering the accusers.
R. Kelly's sort of coming back. He says he's going to create his own documentary, basically like shedding the light.
R. Kelly reportedly starting website to smear accusers.
Oh, there you go. Dude, it was bad. But the thing is, all of them are coming out saying, yeah, like we all knew about it, but everyone kept their mouth shut.
Yeah.
I was watching Hot 97, and they were talking about it.
Yeah, Ebro in the morning.
Yeah, it was him. And he was saying how he remembers in 2002 when the P-tape came out and like all that. You're thinking of Chappelle.
Yeah, straight away.
You're thinking of Chappelle. He's like on trial. It's like, what would it take for you to like actually believe R. Kelly's guilty? Look, man, you would need like forms of R. Kelly holding 2 forms of government ID, his grandmama, and like half of his friends. Neil taking notes. Ebro in the morning said he remembers in 2002 when it all came out. They had like the tape.
Yeah.
Like, that's him on the tape. I don't know if you ever saw it. I saw it. It's him. Like, it's him.
Yeah.
There's multiple tapes. Yeah. And this was 2002, dude. That's 17 years ago. It's 17 years ago.
How old is he now? Like in his 50s?
Early 50s, I
Early
think.
50s.
Or late
What's
40s.
the thing in America like? You know how it's too late to.
When too much time passes.
Is it 20 years or is it 15 years?
I'm actually not sure about that.
I know about the double jeopardy rule.
What's that?
Where if
Can't
you
get accused of the same crime twice.
you can't get,
If you're found innocent of something,
that's mad.
Yeah.
So if they say not guilty,
you're done. Yeah.
we suspect you retrial. Sorry, buddy.
Well, that's what happened with AJ, wasn't it? They wanted to take him back to court.
The book you wrote. I didn't kill. It was like, I didn't kill her.
If I did it.
If I did it,
Yeah.
Like, what a mad dog. What a nut job, man.
I think that rule is I think there's an exception to that rule unless like some hard-hitting like evidence, like smoking gun evidence comes out. But you can't be taken to trial with the same witnesses again and all that sort of crap. But the thing is like, they were saying how R.Kelly's shit came out 17 years ago, and he's still been making records like this entire time. Not, he went to trial, nothing happened. The witnesses didn't want to come forward, paid whoever off, and he was still dancing out of that courtroom. But remember Aaliyah? He married her when she was a minor.
Yeah.
I'm looking at her page right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was 15 when they got married. Apparently, the song lyrics to You Are Not Alone are about either an abortion or a miscarriage with a teen pregnancy. What's the other one? I Believe I Can Fly from Space Jam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, that was about like an underage marriage or something. Like something weird.
Yeah, they put it on Space Jam. I believe I can touch the sky.
Probably because...
Yeah, because the movement now.
Yeah, all because of that movement. But beforehand, he was making the money, so they didn't care. Same thing with Spacey. Like, he's now apparently he's trying to he wants to make a comeback overseas.
Did you see that video where he's in character of House of Cards?
No,
Kind of creepy. I saw a little bit of it, man.
Dude,
He was in court yesterday.
I never watched the show, ever. So I'd never seen him in character. But watching that video made no sense, man.
Yeah.
Why?
I haven't watched it.
But they're saying the kid at the time was 18.
Yeah.
Told Spacey he was 23, but he's still legal. But because they were Jews providing him alcohol, and then he fucking grabbed him. But it's come out how many years later?
I don't know. But
20 years.
Yeah, man. So
It's 20 years.
yeah,
But they were saying how, like again, we talked about this ages ago. Like, we talked about it with Alex as well and Aurora about separating the music from the artist, right? And like, can you still enjoy R. Kelly's music despite the fact? Like, say he goes to jail, right? Like, let's say Smoking Gun comes out, here's a diary written by a minor saying all this shit. Because they're already saying that now. But let's say he goes to jail for sexual offences or whatever. Can you still listen to his music? As in, they're stripping it from Spotify. They're doing, they're not selling it anymore. Yeah. Like Bill Cosby.
I still reckon his stand-up is some of the best stand-up I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld had gone on Colbert's show and was talking.
I saw that, and he was like, "Nah, I could separate it."
And then at the end of it, changed.
100% sure they said to him on the commercial break, "Change what you're going to say because everyone's going to turn on you."
Here's an example for you.
Sure. And then it came back. Yeah,
you're not into like full heavy metal and like wow.
No.
Well, he knows.
As I lay dying.
I was just going to say something, right? As on that note,
he knows better than I don't.
I don't know how. You messaged me yesterday, the other day. You had what was the song that was playing?
The Hot Shot song.
Yeah. What's it called? I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. Yeah.
I'm so excited.
You played that like over WhatsApp. I'm like, what are you listening to? And straight away I said it's from Hot Shots 2, yeah, because I just pictured the scene where he's in the limo. And then you're like, I was listening. I turned on the radio and it was on.
Yeah.
My first thought was, what are you doing listening to the radio? You hate music.
Yeah.
But my first thought, like in Airheads, they got Milo that does music. Then I thought about it. I go, hang on. It's because of him that I had my extensive Buckethead collection. It's because of him I had my extensive infected mushroom collection. Dude, back in the day, he had like Papa Roach albums, man.
I remember you for Papa Roach. You came to school with that fucking album cover, the red album cover.
Yeah.
And I remember you bringing it, man, to school.
Nah.
I honestly can't remember.
I remember that shit, man.
You got me... I already was into Buckethead, but you got me onto his extended catalogue, and you also got me into Infected Mushroom. I talked to you about Infected Mushroom from that Israeli kid I knew on the mushrooms, and then you said, yeah, I've been getting into them. And then, like, literally every time I get in your car, you'd have a new Buckethead or new Infected Mushroom album. What happened?
I don't know.
I grew up.
I plateaued.
He got old.
No,
All right,
But going back to that, right? As I Lay Dying, the lead singer went to jail for 5 years for trying to getting someone to kill his wife.
Mind you, this is
Who was this?
From a band called As I Lay Dying.
Okay.
Meanwhile, this is a Christian metal band.
Yes.
As I Lay Dying is a Christian metal band.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Yeah, I'm like, that's tough.
That music for me is straight gym music. I just listen to it at the gym.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
But did that
love it. It's like, what's it called?
Made riffs, man.
Like WrestleMania music.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Every song is like a theme.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It could easily be Brock Lesnar running out to the ring.
Yeah.
But did that change your perception of listening to their music? Nah. See?
Nah, see?
How excited I was when you got out of jail and they made a song.
Yeah.
I said, give me the song. I'm like, and you're the third person to send me that today.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
This guy
mad.
got out of jail for trying to kill his wife, and the day gets out, they've recorded new music, and I've had 3 people send it to me. But do you know why? Dude, I'll tell you why. as I lay dying, I don't have I wouldn't say intimate, but I don't have that much knowledge about him as I do R. Kelly. And because it's R. Kelly, he's only one dude singing to a microphone, whereas a band, it's a lineup.
Yeah, true.
You look at him as an outfit.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
not like the band tried to kill the guy's wife.
No, but still, that's, yeah.
Well.
But that would, yeah, well.
They're using a band practice to scope out a gun. That's mad. No, but do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, it's because it's coming out of America, and so everyone's expected to fall in line with those thoughts.
You reckon?
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
Those thoughts.
That mentality
Yeah,
of
but we
like...
did it here when Rolf Harris got locked up. And then dude, the guy from Hey Dad.
He still plays a mean sheet of me.
Who are Mr. Kelly? Hang on, wait a second.
Fuck off, Nudge.
Rolf Harris got out of jail and he recorded an album.
Nah, he's still in jail, man.
No, he's out.
No.
He's out.
Yeah.
Rolf Harris got out. He wrote a book.
Was he in jail for like 10 years?
Dude, he wrote like a creepy ass book. I'm telling you, he was meant to go to jail for a couple of years.
No, I should have got away with it.
He's out. I'm pretty sure he wrote a book. That's no joke.
There you go, he's a painter.
There you go.
He's an artiste.
Yeah, he had like a gallery or something. But I'm telling you, I read this in the news not that long ago. But yeah, he got out. Dude, the guy from Hey Dad, what's his name?
I'll look him up.
I keep forgetting his name.
Mr. Kelly.
Dude, they found out about him, and all of a sudden it was like a current affair episode, every Today Tonight, every newspaper, it was like splashed. He was like done and dusted in minutes. Yeah? And what they had to go by was the girl's, the girl's account, and a couple of stagehands in the show that said they walked in on him when he was wearing no robe, you know?
Yeah.
Random shit. But he went to jail. I'm pretty sure he's still in jail, isn't he?
Hey, Dad guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, man.
he's still-
Piss thrown at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Robert Hughes.
That's it. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, but he
we don't stand for it here, but he went.
But you saw some of the videos, man. Like, because as a kid, when you watch Hey Dad, you wouldn't realise.
No.
Now watching, you're like, hey, man, that was a bit creepy.
Well, look at Michael Jackson, all right? Like, nothing ever got proven.
Yeah.
Nothing. Did they even go to court over anything?
He went to court, he fought it, and he won. That's
He
right,
won.
He was dancing on the...
Oh, in the car. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Chappelle. Again.
Chappelle, yeah. But I'm saying...
You're in a courtroom dancing to save your ass.
But then at the end of the day, he probably could have, like... He was proven not guilty,
Yeah.
but was that because he was not guilty or because he had better lawyers?
Yeah, true.
So that's what I'm getting at. Like,
Oh,
no,
well-
I'm not getting at that. Actually, I'm just saying. So now he was allegedly
Yeah.
accused of that. Well, can you separate Michael Jackson music to what he was accused of?
Yeah. No, I agree. I always bring it up when people forget about it. But it's like...
Dave Chappelle bit kills it.
Jerry Lee Lewis. You know, he did that song, Is it Great Balls of Fire? Yeah. He married his, like, first or second cousin. His first cousin, I think.
I didn't know
She
that.
was a minor.
Okay.
Dude, I remind people of this all the time. Elvis
Yeah.
met Priscilla Presley when she was, like, 15.
Yeah.
And he stayed away until she was, like, what, 18?
It's probably only in the last maybe 30, 40 years that stuff with minors has become taboo. If you look at history over the last 2,000
Oh, yeah,
years...
no. Go to ancient Rome and ancient Greece, or even African
Like-
tribes, man.
People were,
tribes, yeah, man.
kids were getting married, teenagers were getting married off at 12, 13, 14, 15,
that was
you know?
standard.
That was it. It's only in the last, like 40 years, 50 years.
What brought on that?
I don't know.
taboo?
I wouldn't have a clue.
Is it just our perception of what's morally right and what isn't? Like based on psychology or something?
Possibly, yeah, maybe psychology.
and development.
Became a science, and then they figured out, like, you know, they're not, like... developmentally enough to,
What was
do,
the
like,
name of that,
to separate or to realise what they're doing.
Well, my
But then
grandmother got
it's
married
a
at
child
16.
Sorry?
My grandmother got married at 16.
So did mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandfather was like older. He was 26.
Yeah.
Back in the villages
But
days.
this is the thing, yeah? Your grandfather at 26 got married and, like, nicked off, right? Came here and started his family.
Yeah.
Dude, I know 24, 25, 26-year-olds that get the pass from their parents because they're still young. They're the kids. They're young.
That's
They don't know.
how much it's changed.
And that's what I crack it, because like, hang on, man, when I was 20, I had my 25th birthday in Cyprus, and I just quit my job indefinitely to go overseas and try and start something. I was out on a limb.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
26 was in Afghanistan.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah,
And these days, some
it's
people wouldn't even know how to fold their jocks.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you do it? Is it one fold or two?
You gotta leave a little crease.
What are you wearing, like, big size?
I'm wearing circus tents.
Yeah.
It's how each individual family raises their children. You know, you can have 35-year-old children where they're not, like, the parents carry them and do everything for them, where, you know, being Europeans.
Fuck, you have my house, man.
Yeah, you have people who raise their children into adulthood as
right.
children still. They do everything for them. They don't let them develop independence.
Do me a favour, dude. Google this. Ask Gran, not Google. You want to talk about family and, like, where you go for your source of information? Do that.
While we're talking about minors, did you hear about what happened in...
Girls' Care or something?
There should be some. Look, see if there's an article about some sort of initiative.
You hear about, you know, that show with, what's his name?
Yeah.
Who is America? You know, Barry Collins, Who is America?
Yeah.
Did you hear about what happened?
No, I lost interest after, what did he do?
It's the second
He
episode.
disgraced like he disgraced like a Republican
with
congressman.
with the gun
then
laws. That was the first episode.
Yeah, then after that he did that fecal painting with semen and whatever
Something
else.
like that.
Yeah, it was more of the same. I just lost.
Apparently he had to delete a scene. Did you hear about this?
No.
He had to delete it because it was too...
Edgy?
Apparently too edgy, but also too dangerous.
What did he do?
So apparently he went to Vegas in disguise as a like an Italian billionaire, like, you know, with the nose and everything.
Wait, the fashion designer one, or just another character?
Just a whole other character.
Okay.
And he was saying that he wanted to he was with the valet, not the valet, like, who's the people in charge of the hotel? Concierge. So he's sitting here with a concierge, interviewing him. And he goes to him like, I'm looking for some entertainment tonight.
Okay.
And he goes, yeah, we can organise, like, what do you want? And, he goes, what do you want? And he's like, oh, well, I've got my female company for the night. I'm looking to acquire a male. He's like, yeah, we can organise that. He goes, how old do you want? He goes, younger than 15, but older than 8, I think it was.
What the
And he goes, yeah, we can organise that for you.
What?
Yeah.
The concierge at the Vegas hotel.
Yeah, so
they
we can
organise
organise that for you. And earlier in the conversation, he was saying how he had a child back in Italy who had caused problems with him because he came out. He goes, in Italy, we would just kill them. Oh. He goes, you can't do that here because they're protected. And now apparently he had to delete this scene because it's come out that they reckon there's an there's a, what do you call it? Like, underground ring, but with celebrities, politicians.
And
it's all based in Vegas. Yeah, all based in Vegas.
I'd believe that.
He passed on the information to the FBI because he thought this is too dangerous, like they need to follow up on this. He gave them the footage and the FBI chose not to follow the lead.
Of course.
Really? FBI decided not to follow a lead?
Yep.
Cohen stumbles on, like, information that could lead to an underground child porn ring.
Is that what he...
That's how he's dressed up.
That is awesome.
And they reckon, like...
It looks like a pimp Santa Claus.
That's crazy.
And he had to delete it because for fear of his life and also for what it was just too controversial.
How can the FBI not follow that up?
They just chose not to, probably because higher-ups thought... They probably know already, and there's certain people in power that...
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I can't let him follow it up.
Okay, but then that...
But I can't believe that... Yeah, we can organise that. No problem.
There's no problem.
No problem whatsoever.
Well, if he's coming across as a billionaire, he's willing to pay whatever they want.
Concierge would get a nice little cut.
Yeah, what do you reckon the concierge would make for procuring a minor for anything?
About $1,000 or $2. Just, you know...
Well, you know what I mean? Yeah, take this, shut your mouth. It's not hard, especially not in Vegas, man. Find anything in Vegas. Yeah.
So it says about 22,000 young students across Australia are taking part in a new federally funded program to encourage children to learn from their elders. The program Ask Gran, not Google, encourages children to put down their smartphones and seek wisdom from older people. How creepy is that picture?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's share a biscuit.
You are such a malaka, man. Dude, I read this.
That's not nice.
I screenshotted this a couple of weeks ago, and I remember reading it and getting, like, infuriated. We've talked about how we like, we're not millennials and we're not generation
Apparently,
Xers.
we technically are. What is it, Gen X? No,
Gen Y.
Gen Y. We're
Gen
technically
Y.
Gen Y.
Yeah.
Because we're right on 84. Yeah. It's when it ends.
Yeah.
But I said
Or
it.
starts.
I
Gen
said it
Y.
before, our sphere of influence is probably got the best widespread,
Got a good overlap.
good overlap. You know what I mean? From the digital age, the analog age, going into the future.
Into Limp Bizkit.
New metal. John Hughes movies to Fred Durst.
My generation, we don't give a fuck, and we don't ever give a fuck until you.
And chocolate starfish. Yeah, that's bad, man. That's
Chinato, take you to the Matthews Bridge.
Durst in like the Breakfast Club. Dude, Bender would shoot it.
Yeah.
Just stabbed in the back seat.
Just quickly shaking.
Look who is this guy? No. To be serious, yeah. I talk about how we've got the best spread and we've got access to information, and we're the generation that Google shit to find stuff out. Why wouldn't you want information straight from the source as a federally funded program, federally funded initiative to ask old farts that can barely remember when to take a dump? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pop, did you take your pills? What pills? You know, like,
Yeah.
hey, who are you again? You know, oh, Sandra. My name's John. Sandra. You understand what I'm saying? That's insane. No,
So what? They're paying the oldies to do
this is
this?
federally funded.
Are they just throwing money away? Like,
Just burning it.
instead of coming out and saying we're upping the pension, we're just giving these guys money.
Yeah.
I'm guessing when they say federally funded initiative, it's paying for marketing and putting programs in place.
How about building some more bridges and some more fucking tunnels so the traffic flows better?
See, look, I understand what they're trying to do, and it's to encourage the younger generation to interact and engage with the older generation. I get that. But to federally fund something that wants us to go to, like, people over the age of 80 and ask them for world advice on what, man? Dude, think about it, yeah? Your grandfather, right? How old is he?
He's 82. What year is it?
We're in 19.
19, so he's 83.
Yeah. The guy at work that I saw today, dude, he's lovely to talk to.
Yeah.
He's slipping, but he's 90.
Well, he's 94.
He's nearly 94,
Yeah, freaking
right? He could drive a truck.
Go to school with Jesus, man.
Like, literally, I put myself in his position, yeah? Like, I'm thinking, this guy's 94, so what year was he born in? What has he seen? End of World War... Like, dude, my mum has got like 20... This guy's got 20 years plus on my mum, and my mum was born at the end of World War II. Like, she didn't see World War II. She was born after World War II.
Born in between World War 1 and 2.
This guy was born in between World War 1 and 2, man. So he would have been like 10 when the Nazis were invading Poland?
Probably, yeah.
Dude, he was born in 1925.
Yeah. Germany invaded Poland in 1937.
Yeah.
Like 38, 9
He would have been well aware.
He would have been aware of, like... And
He would have been 12, 13 years old.
I'm guessing, yeah. He was either born here or born in the UK. Like,
Yeah, one or the two.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So,
but the UK back then wasn't any cheer... Like, it wasn't rosy.
Dude, it was post-World War One depression going into World War Two. This is what he's seen and he knows.
Churchill would have been his homeboy.
Dude, like... The only thing he said, the thing he said to me today, he said is that he's not afraid of dying, he's not afraid of death, he's lived a good life, he's seen grandchildren and great-grandchildren, like he's lived a whole...
He's had a full life.
Yeah, he's had a full life, he's got no regrets, so he goes, when your time's up, your time's up. You know what I mean? Like...
Oh, at 94, I'm guessing you can say that.
Yeah, like that's his ideology on life, you know what I mean? Like, he's not afraid, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
God bless him. But to get life advice from him?
Nah.
Short of, like, maybe how to live your life, but what facts? Asking your elderly for facts? My mum asks me to Google shit all the time.
Yeah, because at 94...
Well, let's say this initiative isn't aimed at... That guy looks old, but in the photo.
Yeah.
He looks over like...
He's just got a...
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Ask Gran, not Google. Fuck off.
I think about my grandmother in Greece, man. She's out of her mind. No, legit. I remember 10 years ago when I was there, my auntie said to me, because my grandmother was giving me like a bowl of soup or something.
Yeah.
You want to eat some soup? It's like fish soup or chicken soup.
Sort of soup.
And my auntie, she's like, be careful with that bowl, because the old lady, she misses shit. Like, what do you mean? She's just fish around for bones, man. She doesn't catch everything anymore.
Yeah.
And she would have been like 80 then.
Yeah.
Late 70s, early 80s then.
I suppose maybe, like, everything you read up on Google, whatever... Like, it's going to be accurate, but it's always going to be from, like, an outsider's perspective.
Yeah, but there's facts and then there's opinions, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you want to know about how it was in, like, 40s grease,
Yeah.
let's say.
But if you're slipping,
Yeah, I get
You could
that.
make
yeah,
up-
I get that. But you're making the assumption that every old fart is slipping.
No, I'm not.
I
I'm
am.
making the assumption that every old fart out there is probably set in old world ways.
Yeah, that's true. But
They're
then
going
what?
to give you some like great insight and progressive opinion.
Not insight, but they could probably actually describe to, like, Google's going to say, like, Wikipedia, whatever, they're going to say, like, an island in Greece during pre-World World War II was like this. But you might have a grandfather who actually lived in that island and can actually tell you what it was like in
maybe,
that
but
island.
would you go
Instead
to
of-
Grandpa Simpson for advice? Do you know what I mean?
I turn the toaster to 3, medium brown.
Hans Moleman.
What was the story Grandpa told about the onion in the belt? We were an onion in that belt at the time. It was just there. And he keeps going back and forth. He was talking to... Oh, it was... Someone was willing to sit there and listen to his anecdotes. Was it Sideshow Bob? When he was running for mayor?
But yeah, I think it was.
trying to get
Yeah,
the
Because he went to the old folks'
Yeah, he
home.
was trying to get the old people's votes. Like, I will sit here and do the same thing. The expressway. What was it called? It was like a... He was trying to build.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to build the expressway.
Yeah.
And it was the
Didn't
Didn't they want to call it
Yeah.
Matlock Expressway? Is that what it was? Matlock Expressway?
Matlock Expressway.
Yeah, man. Matlock! And they're all raising their canes and stuff.
Literally.
Matlock.
Is that
I remember that.
That's the one when he's in the hospital as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not the hospital, like they ambush him as he's cutting or whatever, he's opening it. And they clear it as he's in the ambulance.
Just driving past.
Oh, yeah.
He's got his teeth, doesn't he? At the end.
Dude, but that's my point, yeah?
Yeah, but don't forget, Simpson is
I'm not talking
a
about- he brought
stereotype
up the
too.
example.
No, I'm just saying,
Not
someone like a Grandpa Simpson.
Nah, of course not. But that, like, again, that's a stereotype.
Yeah, but...
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Like, if I was 80 and a kid came up to me
Yeah.
and said, hey, you know, like, can I ask you a question? I'd be like, ask Google. Because that's the generation I grew up in.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, it's one thing to ask about, like, a worldly question, like, you know, tell me the meaning of life or some shit.
Of course, not going to drop like facts on you about
what did
when
the actual article say? It said facts.
Yeah. Drop some facts, Grandpa.
Yeah, man.
drop a beat.
He starts rapping. No, I'm serious, man. That's insane. Federally funded initiative.
I don't think it should be. Yeah.
But this is the crap that they're doing now. Do you know why? Because ScoMo is a conservative. Like, deeply conservative. Like, bad.
ScoMo.
I'm serious. That's why, but he's turfing everything out, man. Like, it's insane. They're going to start blending a lot of...
Man, one of us has got to run for Prime Minister, man. Like, I want a Prime Minister with, like, tats.
That can't end well.
It'll end brilliantly.
Well, do you remember, what's his name? Turnbull. Turnbull was before ScoMo, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember when he tried to connect with the people? He'd wear his leather jacket?
Yeah.
Remember that shit?
Like, dude, just don't wear it.
Don't wear, he looked like a stiff old white
Yeah.
man with a leather jacket.
Yeah, just be who you are. This is who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I want my Prime Minister to come out in, like, an AC/DC t-shirt.
It's not him. It's not him. And he'd do it to try and connect.
And I love when ScoMo was at the cricket the other day. You know, the Prime Minister always goes to the Sydney Test and blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And he's sitting there, and the only one that could actually do it was Bob Hawke. Right?
Oh, 'cause he used to get on the tinnies.
Because he was that guy.
He was a lady.
You know?
Yeah.
And these guys are trying to follow in, you know, because everyone loves Bob Hawke, blah, 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 because he could chug a beer.
Yeah.
ScoMo was so awkward. He was like, oh, the Triple M will ask him, or SEM will ask him questions. He's like, oh, yeah, no, yeah. Like, ScoMo, just shut the fuck up, say interview over, and just watch.
Yeah, but all the pollies do that. Turnbull did it all the time, where they'd ask him about what his favourite footy team was or
Yeah.
something in the grand final, and he'd name
The
like
Wombats!
He'd name like a Northern Sydney rugby league team or something.
Yeah,
What are you
yeah.
doing, man?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's not you, it's not you.